This is why I don't port stuff, because once I get going, I just end up hogging things out. So what started off as blend in the seats has turned into full-blown angling the chambers out, getting rid of all the casting, holes, the exhaust, and the intake bowls. Put some light on this. As you can see, I've probably taken this too far. Probably too far for what my intentions are for these heads. But for some reason I have an addiction to hogging things out like this. But that's what we got going on with the old Speedmaster heads. On the other side, let's see if we can get a look at them things. I've managed to keep myself under control here, and I'm just kind of flattening out this wall, get rid of a casting mark over here. I went a little bit on the bottom because it's real thick on the bottom. I took a little bit off the bottom. I kept the shape of this ramp and this hump. I just took a little bit off. Not messing with the roof. I don't like messing with the roof on these things. But other than that, so far these heads have been fairly nice. I've got one seat that seems like it was in there a little strange, and they cut it strange to do the valve job, and that was on that second head. Hopefully with I believe it was this seat. I think it's in there just a little cockeyed, and they cut it. It seals, but they've cut it off a little bit. But I blended it in. It had a big gap, or a big step. So I took down the seat, blended it in with the aluminum. All of them are feeling pretty nice. This one right here still needs a little bit of work. She's got a little, you can see right here, it's already getting to the third angle there. So I'm gonna probably back off of that and just kind of smooth this little bump out right there. But that's what's up with the old Speedmaster heads. I'm probably taking this too far, not doing myself any good. But knowing myself, if I don't do this now, I'm going to stick these heads on a bigger engine probably. And I'm going to go ahead and get this over with now. I got them all hogged out, besides a little bit more grinding. And then we're going to go in there and do some polishing, get them smoothed back out. I got rid of all this casting. We'll go in there with some, I may even go all the way to 1,000 grit just to overdo it. One thing about these Speedmaster heads, those oiling holes down there, I found a lot of shrapnel hanging out of them holes. I took my round file and went through each hole, and it was pulling out these pieces of aluminum where the drill bit had gone through and just left the trailings of the aluminum in there. So if you would have stuck these heads on there right out of the box, those pieces probably would have broke off eventually and went through your engine. I know they're aluminum and they're probably not going to do anything, but you know, they could get stuck in an oiling hole or something freaky like that. At the very least, they get into the screen on your oil pump. You know, I don't know that they were pretty big. I don't know that they would make it all the way to the filter. I think they'd probably plug something up, kind of half-assed. But yeah, that's what I got on the old Speedmaster heads. We're doing the angles back here to open up these valves. No use in having these big old giant valves. I mean, this stuff was coming straight up next to the valve. It just wasn't making very good use of the valve. But like and subscribe, ring the bell. Dirty 55 out.